Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's USL 2 match between Christos FC and Lionsbridge FC. It's shaping up to be a very good fixture today. Both teams looking to get the 3 points. Lionsbridge currently sits first atop the Chesapeake Division in USL 2 with Christos sitting in 5th. As I stated earlier, both teams looking to get the 3 points, as this is, I believe, marking the halfway point in each team's season. This could be a make or break point for each team. So starting for Christos, in goal, Luka Ulrich, and I apologize, I don't have positions for the rest of these players. Tyler Flynn, Spencer Hanks, Richie Nichols, Nick Richardson, Nick Laffey, Landon Lackner, Kyle Dixon, Josh Morgan, Jordan Travers, and Adrian Wheaton Skop, or Shop, however you pronounce that. I apologize. Again, both captains in the middle of the field doing their coin toss, and we should be underway shortly. And we are underway. Ball switched over to Tyler Ward. Ulrich now settles the play. Christos keeping possession early on, and commentators curse, lose the ball. As previously mentioned, Lionsbridge currently sit first in the Chesapeake Division, currently with 4 wins, 1 loss, and no ties. And they are apparent favorites to win this division. And in their record against Christos, I believe they are 3-0-1 or something of that nature. So it's safe to say that they're looking to keep their record alive, keep their streak alive in terms of beating Christos and failing to lose them. Christos, on the other hand, massive game for them, as they are currently in 5th place in the Chesapeake Division with only 5 points. 3 points here gets them into great position as here they come with the attack. And what looked to be a good move is now cleared, and here comes Lionsbridge. Number 25 settles and returns it back to the back line. And it's very obvious to see that Lionsbridge now have a very unique style of play. Possession-based, looking to get it to their midfielders when possible, but not looking to rush anything as the ball switched over to number 12. Now to 10. And an unlucky touch from 12 as Lionsbridge lose the ball. And another unique aspect from Lionsbridge, a high press. Christos very easily able to break out of it as Tyler Flynn carries the ball up the field. And it looks to be a little bit of miscommunication as the ball is sent out for a goal kick. Goal kick won by Lionsbridge. Strong defending from Christos as they get the throw in. Flick on by Nichols, finds nobody. And miscommunication from the center back in Ulrich. And now ball played over the top. And Hanks shields for the throw-in. And as of right now, there hasn't really been any sustained pressure from either side. Both teams, we're only give or take 6 minutes in. Both teams feeling each other out, doing their best as a good throw-in now from Christos. And Flynn with a unorthodox shot. Keeper makes a questionable save, but we're still 0-0. And that's the first real chance for either side. Christos, looking to put on the pressure when possible. Obviously, though, it is going to take a lot to beat this Lionsbridge side as they've only lost one game up until this point. It should also be mentioned that Lionsbridge's next game will be playing against DC United. Very special occasion for them, playing an MLS team. No clue how it will go, but I know everyone is looking forward to that. And I mean, it just is a testament to this team's ability to even have the chance to go toe-to-toe with an MLS team is something not every team can say. As Lionsbridge now play it back to their keeper to reset play. Switched over to 12. And Flynn intercepts and promptly loses the ball. Now number 3. Lionsbridge win the throw-in. And Travers pokes it out for another Lionsbridge throw-in. And miscommunication from Christos. A 16 whips the ball in with ease, but to nobody. And here comes Christos on the attack. And the ball was searching, but found nobody as here comes Lionsbridge now. And a good move to get by Travers. The ball whipped in, flicked on. And a poor finish from Lionsbridge to keep this game 0-0. Lionsbridge showing their strength here early on. It looks to be, they love their wide wing play when possible. And, you know, Christos really going to have to make sure, especially on set pieces such as throw-ins, that they are always switched on as a mistake as simple as just leaving somebody open turned into almost a good goal-scoring opportunity. Travers to Flynn and back to Travers. Now to Ulrich. Morgan on the ball. And misplayed by Travers as here come Lionsbridge to 10. Switched back to 3. And it's careless from Richie Nichols. Could have been and should have been a Christos throw-in. Now turns into a Lionsbridge free kick. Dangerous place to be as well. Travers with the throw-in. Tries to find Hanks, who flicks it on to nobody. Apologies, that was Laffey. Lionsbridge with the ball. Out to the left back. Switched over to 3. Penetrating ball and a good ball to number 10. And you could see the idea just executed poorly. Lionsbridge, though, very clearly, very distinct, as I said. Style of play, always looking center backs with their heads up to find the attacking mid, to find the midfielders who then try to play it out wide. Their passes have not been the most accurate, but it is very obvious to see that they are a good team who can very easily break down opponents. Christos right now with one chance early on in the first half. Haven't really had much to do the second half other than just defend. They haven't made good of any of their penetrating passes. into their striker, haven't really even been connecting with their striker. I'm sure Coach St. Martin is not particularly happy with that at the moment, but we are only roughly like 11, 12, 13 minutes into this game. Still plenty of time for both teams to settle down, relax, and really find their groove. As Lionsbridge now out to the left back, who very nicely finds the winger, and here we go, 16 now. And Travers steps, but leaves a very large gap in the back line, but 25 dwells on the ball. Now 17. Whips a ball into 10. Just long. Ulrich now with the goal kick out wide. Throw in for Christos. Now into Laffy. Now to Travers. Flynn on the ball. Center back surveying. Now to Ulrich. Now to Laffy. And Christos had something that looked potentially good, shut down by Lionsbridge as a ball is played in, just long again. Lionsbridge, though, I mean, definitely mix up their attack. They love to keep the ball on the ground, but they aren't afraid to play it long. As Travers now on the ball for Christos. To Morgan. And to Flynn, who loses it. Ball played back to Ulrich. This is looking similar to pinball at the moment. Dixon with the ball now to Ulrich. Now Morgan. Direct ball to Laffy, who can't do anything with it. Same song, different tune right now for Christos, as ball's given away by Lionsbridge to Tyler Flynn. Let's see if Christos can make do of this opportunity. And if they cannot, as Lionsbridge now, dangerous attack. Two people running into the box for Lionsbridge. Left back option not to play it in, and we have a goal kick for Christos. Ball played to Morgan. Travers back to Morgan. And Morgan gives it away in a very dangerous position, but Ulrich there to clean up the mistake. And Christos right now, they just haven't been able to maintain any sort of possession, especially in the attacking third. As a possession-based team, it's very important to, obviously you want to possess the ball, but you want to do so quickly, and you really want to make sure that you're doing so in your opponent's defensive third. As the ball played to Laffy, who cannot do anything with it yet again. Lionsbridge now. Out to 3. Recycles to the keeper. Back to 3s. Back to the keeper. Lionsbridge very composed on the ball. Are not afraid to take their time, let the play develop as the ball is played over the top, but with no avail. Laffy slips. And number 10 now. Dangerous position, but Morgan, excellent tackle to break up the play, now carries the ball. Here comes Morgan. Now to Nichols. Richardson on the ball. Surveying to Morgan. Now to Dixon. And obviously we're still very early into this game, but you can't really sense any sort of urgency from Christos at the moment, as they just haven't been able to maintain anything. But Flynn on the ball, looking to make something happen. Christos still have the ball now. Now Dixon. Richardson, head up surveying, but opts to go backwards. And a good ball to Flynn, or so I thought. Long throw to 12. Now back to 3. And Christos opting to sit back, offering very little pressure, letting Lionsbridge keep the ball in their defensive third, not really offering them much forwards-wise at the moment, as the ball goes out to the left back. Now to 7. And a desperate pass. It ends up being a great ball, as let's see if Lionsbridge can do something with it. The shot. And a very good save from Ulrich. Made the preemptive dive. Ended up having to scramble to just poke that ball away with his hand. First corner for Lionsbridge, and probably their best opportunity. Well, arguably their best opportunity. Had a similar chance very early on, 5 or so minutes into the first half. We'll see if they can make do on this corner. And number 7 delivers the ball in. And out of play for a goal kick. Now to Dixon. He plays Richardson. And a very organized press from Lionsbridge, as Christos looking like they may be scrambling to get out of this, as the ball is lost, and now here comes Lionsbridge, who lose it again. Now Morgan with the ball. Has no choice but to just play a hopeful ball to Flynn, who cannot control the ball, and now Lionsbridge have the ball. Ball out wide. And a good move in. Finds nobody making the run. Travers now is forced to just hit the ball out of bounds for a Lionsbridge throw in. Number 7 looking to play the ball over top, opts to just switch it to the other center back. And a lovely clipped ball into the left back. And it's a good volley. It goes out for a corner, Lionsbridge's second corner of the game. First one went out of bounds. No one touched it. Not really able to do anything. It's hard to tell from up here, but it looks like number 25 might be the target man Lionsbridge are aiming for, as he does have the most height. We'll see if they are able to make anything of this. As the ball is whipped in by 7. Good delivery. Ball cleared out for a Lionsbridge throw-in. In these last 10 minutes or so, we've really started to see Lionsbridge play most of their offensive play in Christos' defensive half at the moment. You just have to wonder when Christos will finally decide, let's see if we can, find our target man, or see if we can switch the ball out wide to try to force Lionsbridge back as the throw-in comes in now. A shot, just over. That is the third chance for Lionsbridge, their third best chance of the game so far. And I mean, at this point, I know Lionsbridge fans are thinking it's only a matter of time. And I'm sure the neutrals are hoping for a goal as well. At the moment, it's looking like it's most likely going to come from Lionsbridge, but this is soccer, and the game can change at the blink of an eye, as Flynn now with the ball to Travers, who loses it. And it goes out for Christos' throw-in. And I mean, just surveying the field right now, if Christos, if they can just see if they can find their 6 or their 10 to swing the ball out wide and switch the field, it'll put themselves in a much better position to attack. And as they do that, now find the right winger. Nichols played the initial ball now to Flynn, who loses the ball. Just did not take good care of it. Have to recognize when to take on somebody versus when to just play it short. As the ball now played to Morgan by Shop, or Scop. I apologize. Now to Richardson. Good move to cut inside. Foul called, first free kick for Christos, and not the tallest team in the world. We'll see what they decide to do, or most likely they're just going to end up playing it short. Now to Travers, who has plenty of room to carry it forward, clips the ball in. It's a chest down, but to nobody. Just poor communication. As I believe Richardson is the one who wins the free kick for Christos. And I'd be willing to bet this one will most likely be fed into the box, as the short route did not really go anywhere. As the ball's whipped in, cleared by Lionsbridge. Never really looked like a threat. And now Lionsbridge, and that is a rather poor decision by Morgan. It's a 2, maybe even 3v1 as the ball is played in. All you have to do is just stay on his back. Don't allow him to turn, and you've won your individual battle. But rather than just playing it smart, he's opted for the foul. And now Lionsbridge here with yet another opportunity to potentially capitalize on this dangerous free kick. Ball whipped in. And almost an own goal. I don't know exactly what the game plan was there, having played You know, in defensive roles myself, I do know that as the ball is coming across your body like that and your momentum's carrying you forward, sometimes the best you can do is just flick it on over your goal. But regardless of how many times it happens, I believe it scares everyone every single time that it does. Lionsbridge now opt for short corner. Ball played out to 17, and the ball's now whipped in, and Ulrich fouled, and it looks like we're gonna have a potential brawl. And obviously, teams want to protect their keepers. Any play that looks like it may harm the keeper, always tends to get pretty chippy. It was a foul. Keeper couldn't really do a whole lot. Grabbed the ball, but was knocked out of his hands almost immediately by the Lionsbridge attacker. Ulrich seems to be okay though, which is always good to see. Never want to see any injuries. They are pretty common in situations like this, but thankfully everyone's come out unscathed from the looks of it. Although questions are being asked of why no cards were given, I too question why no card was given. It was dangerous play. Should be rewarded with a yellow, but I am not a professionally trained ref, so it's my word against my own. Ulrich now with the free kick. Ball played to Flynn and out for Lionsbridge. More miscommunication from Scop and Flynn, both going for the header. And you can tell Christos still have a little ironing out to do as far as team chemistry goes. Still just confusing minor mistakes with each other, but it's okay. Every team does. As Christos now with the ball. Flynn, very, very rough challenge, but wins the throw-in. And we haven't seen much from Christos offensively today. 1 or 2 shots at most. They did have a good opportunity in the first half. Were unlucky to score. But we will see what goes on. I don't know. Oh, and it looks like we're going to have a scheduled water break here as temperatures are around 82 degrees today, but with the turf it's probably closer to 85, 86. We'll be back in a few minutes to continue the rest of this first half. And we are resuming with a throw-in for Christos. Travers surveying the field. Ball flicked on by Laffey, and Flynn now carries to Nichols, and it's good. Not a very dangerous shot from Nichols, but it's okay. We've all been there. Lionsbridge now opting to play it long. Dixon wins the header, but goes right back to Lionsbridge, settled by 8, who thought 10 was running for the ball, but changed his mind last second. Ulrich now has the ball to Morgan. Out wide to Travers. And a driven ball in, Laffey chases, keeper safely clears. And Dixon misses the ball. Great opportunity for Lionsbridge as they put the ball in the back of the net. It's 1-0 to Lionsbridge, and you can say it is definitely deserved. Apologies, folks, technical difficulties. As I was previously saying, Lionsbridge very deservingly scored. A mistake from Dixon, tried to clear the ball and just misjudged the header. Not much that can really be done, but oh well. Life goes on. Christos now 1-0 down with 11 minutes to go. And I mean, so far Christos haven't really had much of the possession. They haven't really had that many shots on goal. You would think that now that they're down 1-0, they have a reason to really start to try to drive forward and create their chances. But here comes Lionsbridge again with another chance. Now Richardson to Dixon. Back to Ulrich. And we've seen this a lot, you know. I mean, Christos, they get in these situations right here, just trying to build out, and they can't really go anywhere. As the ball now from Ulrich is cut off, what goes out for a goal kick. And I'm sure at halftime, Coach St. Martin will be making either some adjustments or will address the fact that so far, I mean, they just haven't really been able to break down the Lionsbridge press. But I mean, right now you see Nichols checks into the ball, and it's good tiki-taka play, but just doesn't connect the pass. That's been the tale for this game, as it's now just a heading. Okay, yeah, well, Richardson now with the ball. Richardson with the ball. Switched over to Flynn. Cut off by 12 to Travers now. Back to Morgan, who looks to play it to Ulrich. Finds the midfielder instead. And a run was made by Wheaton Scott, but decided not to play it, as Morgan now with the ball. To Flynn, who's ended up flattening out. It looks to be he's temporarily playing left back, as swapped with Travers. Now over to Dixon. And a looping ball played over, supposed to be for Laffey, doesn't really go anywhere. And now Lionsbridge relax as number 3 has the ball. Back to the keeper. And I mean, now the Lionsbridge have gotten the lead. They are in no rush to go forward. They've been doing this all game, just with a little more pace, but now they're forcing Christos to really open up as 12 now gets the ball with plenty of room initially. Does very well to play the ball into midfielder number 10 now. Difficult touch as Flynn plays the ball to Travers. Ball played back to Flynn, cut off. And a foul on Flynn. Lionsbridge with the free kick at the 40. Yeah, Lionsbridge in no rush as the ball is out, casually just strolling to get the ball. I'm sure this will be added on in extra time. But regardless, it's already good game management. With 8 minutes to go in this halftime, Lionsbridge lead 1-0. Christos FC struggling to create offense, but as they cut off the pass, let's see if they can do anything with it. Sloppy foul from 25. And Christos with a free kick at about half field. Ref choosing to have some words with the Lionsbridge striker. Probably just telling him to watch what he says, as he does hold all the cards, literally. Now to Travers. Lionsbridge with the throw-in now. Their fan section is starting to get quite loud, and more people are coming in by the second. Good showing from the Lionsbridge supporters. Long throw over Travers's head as here comes number 10. Plays a good ball in, but easily collected by Ulrich. And ball carelessly given away as here comes Lionsbridge again. And a good opportunity. Will he have a shot? Ooh. Christos, very, very lucky, also very unlucky. It was just a bit of hodgepodge defending. Ball bounces off 2 players and somehow ends up at the Lionsbridge striker's feet. Not much can be done from that. Questionable finish as he just sort of lofts it over the net. Pretty difficult shot though in the end, as Ulrich now tries to skip to Flynn, who just cannot control the ball. But good effort now as here come Christos on the attack. 3v3, Flynn beats his man. A good ball over, can it finish? And yes, he can. Goal scored by number 15, Nick Laffey, and we're all square at 1-1. And I mean, that was the first real opportunity that Christos have had. And they make do of it, they do well. A very calm, composed finish from Laffey. That's why he's starting at the 9 spot. We'll see if this can rejuvenate the offense a little bit now, as they haven't really had much to go for them at the moment. This will also probably prompt Lionsbridge to potentially go a little bit faster with their play. They're a rather slower paced team in comparison to the majority. They really like to control the tempo of the game, slow it down and speed it up at will. which just shows the quality of coaching and quality of players, as that's not the easiest thing to do. But Christos now starting to maintain some possession of their own as the ball goes to Dixon. Back to Dixon. Ball played into Laffy. A back heel, but just cannot reach it as the ball's now cleared. Flynn with the ball. And they choose to reset to Morgan. Ball played back to Morgan. To Ulrich. Back to Morgan. And now Christos looking to just slow the play down a bit. Have just scored, so they've got all the momentum and they've got all the cards in their hands. Now it's about what can they do with this possession? Can they create this into a good scoring opportunity? Lionsbridge opting to sit off and press very lightly as a very good slide tackle now. It's a great ball in. And Ulrich now clears the ball. Good opportunity for Lionsbridge yet again. As Flynn is limping off screen at the moment. He may need a sub early on. 10 now carrying the ball for Lionsbridge. Travers, good step. We have around 3 minutes left in this first half. We are all square at 1. Lionsbridge in the first 20, maybe even 30 minutes or so, have maintained the majority of possession, have created a few opportunities, but we're only able to capitalize on one. Long throw in, and a foul on Travers. Yellow card shown to number 25 on Lionsbridge. As I was previously stating, Lionsbridge have had all the attack for the most part. They scored, I can't even remember, probably 15 minutes or so in. Christos haven't had much going for them at the moment, but as a team of opportunity that they are, score a goal late in this first half to draw it level. And with the momentum with them now, they're looking to try to get this win. Lionsbridge now starting to get a little more physical. If it's out of frustration, I don't know why, as it's only level. It's not like they're losing 5-0. To Travers now. Over to Dixon. Travers now finds himself in the middle of the pitch. Over to Flynn. Into Hanks, who plays it to Flynn. Now to Nichols. Good La Croqueta into Hanks, and Hanks whiffs the ball. Lionsbridge now. Keeper plays it long. Strong header from Nichols, but Lionsbridge maintain possession. And ball played out for Christos throw-in. And Laffy now with a good opportunity and just can't find Hanks. Second great opportunity for Christos here. And with roughly 30 seconds left plus stoppage time, the clock has been stopped. And Christos now with a dangerous throw-in. Ball thrown in, cleared. 25 now on a yellow card, but not playing like it as he carries the ball down the field. This is a dangerous opportunity as the ball is played out to 10. A good shot sails just over the crossbar. And while the energy from the Lionsbridge players has seemed to dwindle ever so slightly, the fans are going just as strong as ever, cheering their players on, waving their flags, trying to rally their team to finish the half strong. And that is halftime. We'll see you guys in probably 10 to 15 minutes as the teams take their break. We are drawn level, 1-1. We'll see you guys in the second half. disgusting. I hope you all grabbed any popcorn, snacks, any refreshments that you like, as I did. We are getting ready to start the second half of this challenging face-off between Christos FC and Lionsbridge. Currently drawn 1-1 right now at the moment. Both teams looking to hopefully start off strong in the second half. Looks like we also got some changes for at least Christos that I know of. Number 20, Brian St. Martin has checked in, as well as number 13, Dom Colin. And we kick off now. Morgan with the ball, plays it long, getting this half underway. No chase from Flynn, as Lionsbridge easily recover. And here they go again to begin their long spell of possession, just like they did the first half. Flick on missed as Dixon now finds Colin to Hanks. Throw in now for Lionsbridge. Ball played out wide now. And a foul called for Lionsbridge. Early free kick. And number 7 opts to go backwards. And recycles. And for those of you just joining, welcome. This has so far been a topsy-turvy game with chances at both ends, the majority with Lionsbridge. We'll see what happens in the second half as a very difficult cross is played into the middle to no avail. Ball cleared. Now Laffey finds Hanks, who then plays it to the Lionsbridge striker, St. Martin now is able to get the throw in. St. Martin to Colin, who just cannot get the header. Lionsbridge now. Number 10. They've been a dangerous player all day. The shot blocked very well by Morgan. Now to Flynn. Taking his space. This game is starting to open up just a bit as Laffey chases down and an unnecessary foul. And it's situations like these that are just uncalled for and unnecessary. I was expecting the card for Laffey. It looks like the ref chooses to just give him a warning. Regardless of the situation though, you're level 1-1. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in a bad position to go a man down. Obviously, that's not a tackle that will ever get you sent off. But it's principle. It's all about keeping your head, staying composed. Still 42 minutes left in this game. There's still plenty of time as Lionsbridge now carry the ball up the field. Good penetrating pass now as the ball is played to 16, who takes a shot. Easy save by Ulrich. 16, I don't think he realized how much time he had. Probably could have afforded to take another touch, really try to bend it into that corner, but it looks like Christos caught off the ball. Great save by Ulrich. But number 10 finishes. And Christos, conceding goals from their own mistakes. It's very unfortunate for Ulrich. He makes a good initial save. A strong left hand to parry it away. But number 10 from Lionsbridge is there just to finish it away. And questions are going to be asked of the back line. I believe it was number 6, Nick Richardson, who was caught on the ball, daydreaming, pickpocketed, and from there, the rest is history. Coach St. Martin is obviously not going to be happy with that. You're only 5 minutes in and you concede a very cheap goal. That's obviously going to be a bit demoralizing now, but it's all about the response. It's all about the next goal, which either makes it 3-1 or 2-2. And now Lionsbridge with possession again. Out to 23. Now to 21. And it looks like there has been a change for Lionsbridge as well, as the ball's now played to 16. A first-time volley, and that is not the finish anyone wanted or expected. Ulrich now with the goal kick, plays it to Hanks, flick to Colin, back to Hanks and to Laffey. A good dummy by Laffey, but read very well by the Lionsbridge defender as Nichols now tries to bring the line up, but instead it looks to be a miscommunication as Lionsbridge once again on the attack. Number 10 already has one goal, could get a second. 25, great save by Ulrich, but the pressure's not on as a shot just wide. And we're really starting to see this game open up a bit as Christos try to get more numbers forward and try to really start getting an attack going. They just leave themselves vulnerable to easy counterattacks, easy space in the middle. Obviously, Coach St. Martin is probably not going to be happy with the spacing that's going on right now as Christos currently they're losing their shape too easily. They've been flustered, obviously, by this goal. And now they're trying to claw their way back again, as they had to do in the first half. As Morgan now settles and clears to Laffey, who cannot win the header. Ball now to Laffey. Lost, and now possession regained by Lionsbridge, who look to just slow it down. Their fans are really starting to get into this game, really starting to cheer their players on as the ball is kicked out. And many people do not understand the importance of fan attendance and such. Obviously, Christos at home, but they might as well not be with the noise the Lionsbridge fans are making, cheering and jeering for every little action. And, fans really can spur a team forward to help them succeed. Christos could very well use some of that passion in the stands as well, as Nichols now with the ball to Travers, who loses the ball but goes out for a Christos throw-in. Travers now to, I want to say, Hanks. Out for another Christos throw-in. First potential good opportunity for Christos here after being flustered very early on in the second half with a very cheap goal scored by Lionsbridge. Nevertheless, you can't take away from the pressure Lionsbridge has put on Christos. They're a very good side, top of the division, top of the Chesapeake Division in the USL 2 league currently. They deserve to be where they are, And now it's about the response from Christos, as Travers surveying the field, and the ball cleared away for another throw-in for Christos. Ball in now. It's a good move, but easily cleared. As Morgan now struggling to shield the ball off of the Lionsbridge striker. Yellow card shown to Morgan. It's a tactical foul, really. If he lets him go, it's a 1v1, potentially 2v1, and could be a potential goal had he not done anything about it. Some people may criticize that decision, but in the end, it's a very smart move as it keeps Christos in this game. Ball now played in. Travers wins the header. Now number 23 with Lionsbridge. Colin holding strong, but ref, I believe, sees a push or some sort of foul. And Lionsbridge now with the free kick. Ball played in by 7. It's a good delivery, but Ulrich quickly off his line to collect easily now. Ball played out wide from Ulrich. Now to Nichols, who plays to Hanks, and the idea is there, but as it has been on so many times as this occasion in this game, the execution's just been poor. And when you're in a league like this, at a level like this, at the USL 2 level, execution matters. You know, you're not going to get that many good chances in a game in a regular day. So you have to be sure that whenever you're attacking, you're very crisp and clean. And right now, Christos just haven't been. It's been a relatively sloppy performance from them in regards to attacking as well as defending. But the good thing about this beautiful game is that it can change at the drop of a hat. All it takes is one sub, one good chance, one good goal, and the momentum can completely be shifted. 25 now. Still carrying the ball, but plays it out of bounds for a Christos throw-in. St. Martin with the throw-in. Hanks now plays to Nichols, who switches the ball now. Flynn. And a questionable L turn to just drive right back into traffic. Nevertheless, he keeps the ball, now with Richardson. Ball now to Colin. Now to Morgan. And Christos starting to play much higher. Both outside backs are traveling higher up the field, trying to create something as the ball is now back to Morgan. Now to Nichols, who carries the ball. It's a good challenge, but right back to Christos. Ball now to Travers, to Nichols. Just can't connect the pass. And St. Martin trying to just brute his way to get 25 off of the ball, but 25 holds strong, and now it looks like we have another brawl, second brawl of the game. Relatively unnecessary, and I mean, It really is unnecessary from St. Martin. 25, very strong player, can hold the ball up very well as he's done all game. It takes a lot to get him off the ball, and St. Martin just got too physical, just tried to push him off the ball, did whatever he could, and he still couldn't manage. At this point, I mean, we've got to say, well, if you can't get him off the ball, keep him from turning. That's got to be the #1 priority, as 25 has been one of, in my opinion, Lionsbridge's best players in regards to attacking creativity. He's allowed them to stretch the field and maintain possession in even the tightest of situations. But with all that said, Lionsbridge now have a free kick. Lionsbridge also making 2 subs, number 17 and number 25 coming off. Interesting decision from the coaching staff, but I'm sure they know what they're doing. Number 4 and number 31 enter the game for Lionsbridge as 23 stands tall over the free kick. Ball played in. Beautifully flicked on now. Here comes Lionsbridge. And again, it's good. I assume that's the striker's weak foot. Does well to get the pace on it, does well to get the power on it, but just lacks the technique to be able to bend it into that far left-hand corner, as Morgan now has the ball off of the goal kick to Travers. And Christos lose the ball yet again in their defensive third. Here comes Lionsbridge. Can't pick out the pass. Flynn now unable to save the ball. Lionsbridge throw in. There is some activity on the Christos bench as well. Throw in now, ooh. Unsure what the ref called there. Maybe a potential foul, unsure. Regardless, Ulrich with the free kick. .28 minutes left in this half. Current score 2-1 for Lionsbridge. Christos doing all that they can to try to claw their way back into this game. Still plenty of time to get the tying goal and take the lead, but something they do have to play with some urgency now. But that will be difficult as Lionsbridge now on the attack yet again. Number 8. Cleared by Christos for another Lionsbridge throw-in. And it looks like it's going to be a long throw. Have to treat these like corners typically. As the ball's thrown in. And very unlucky from Lionsbridge, but very poor defending from Christos. Number 8 was able to just run in completely unmarked. Christos very lucky to still come out of that situation only 1 goal down, as it very well should be 2. Dixon now on the ball. Plays the long ball to Colin, who just cannot win the header. St. Martin now stands over the throw-in. St. Martin actually an MSJ grad, unsure of the year, but relatively recent, within the last 3 years or so. Currently plays for University of Maryland. Very quality player, did very well at his time at MSJ, as it is now a Lionsbridge throw-in. The throw-in now. And skips everybody, as now Dixon has to recover. But it does go out for a Christos goal kick. Now to Travers. Again, just delays his pass, and now a very difficult situation for Christos, who are just making life very difficult right now, taking too long on the ball to complete passes, seemingly daydreaming on the field. But it now is a Christos free kick after a foul on either Travers or Morgan. And a towering header from Lionsbridge goes out for a Christos throw-in. And the throw-in will be redone, as the ball never came in. For those of you who don't know, that is a rule. If the ball on a throw-in if it never comes in, it's redone, but if it goes in and out, the throw-in's awarded to the other team, as Flynn now with the ball loses it. Foul called for Christos. Free kick at the 45. And 2 subs now coming on for Christos. Looks like Richardson will be exiting the... Okay, never mind. Travers will actually be exiting the game, as well as Nichols. Both players have been pretty active in this game, hence why I'm sure they deserve this break. We'll see if the new players who have come on will make any difference. Ryan Calhira for Nichols, and I can't say who the other sub was at the moment. Ball played to Flynn. Great touch by Flynn, and here comes Christos on the attack. Cuts inside, good shot, but easy save from the keeper. Keeper taking his time, just trying to manage this game. We have roughly 23 minutes left. Again, still plenty of time for Christos to draw this game and potentially go on to win it, but they've got to start playing with some urgency if they really want to make anything happen. I believe that was their first shot on goal in this half, as some very risky play from Christos. I mean, they've been doing this all game, kind of just playing around with it in their defensive half right in front of goal. Lucky to get away with it there, as Hanks now with the ball. Switches it to Flynn. Sun making it difficult to see, still manages to keep it and slips. It's now Christos throw-in. Another Christos throw-in. Cal here to Morgan, and Morgan unable to keep the ball. Ball now played to Dixon, who doesn't really find anyone with his header, but ball ends up going all the way back to Ulrich. Christos reset. And it looks like Morgan now playing an advanced position up the field, no longer playing center back. Sheepish ball played though, and both teams just sloppy passing as Hanks with the ball now. Ball now to Flynn. Looks to be their target man. They've been playing him all game, trying to beat his man, but just unable to. And Tyler Flynn, a very technical player, loves to try to beat players both with pace as well as with flair. Unable to do so that time, but he's definitely had his fair share of moments, and he is definitely one of the players Christos rely on when it comes to sparking any sort of offense. Lionsbridge now on the ball. And the press easily broken as 23 with plenty of time. Ball cleared by St. Martin. Lionsbridge throw in. And number 8 calling for 23 to throw it all the way into the middle. I don't know if he's got that in his arsenal. As Colin now on the ball. Dangerous play, but keeps it going. Flynn now. And right there, a lovely piece of skill to beat his defenders. Ref chooses to disallow the advantage and just call the free kick. As Dixon now on the ball. I can now confirm it is Jojo Okron at left center back for Christos. And okay, that was a slide tackle. Apparently, people thought it went wrong, but apparently he just missed altogether, as offside is now called on Christos. Lionsbridge free kick. And one thing that most people will recognize about Christos' play style, they're a very fluid team. While they do like to be a little more direct in their play, you do see a lot of players play a lot of different positions. You'll see your left back become a left winger, your 6 become a 10, your right back sometimes become an 8. And that's all to not only confuse the other team, but as well as just to keep the game fluid. Because the common misconception is that positions are very set, and a player should only be in that exact spot. But in fact, that's not the case. The game's very fluid, and the best of teams are very fluid with their players and positioning as well. Calhira now with the ball. Finds Colin. Back to Calhira, but can't reach it. To Flynn, who has a bit more Brazilian flair. At this point, he's got to be at least 25% Brazilian. I don't know what that was, but it looked cool. Lionsbridge throw in. Ball played over top. Okron now clears. And it's out for a Lionsbridge throw in. 16 minutes left in this game. Both teams still looking to score again. Next goal is going to be the most important, as it either draws it level or Lionsbridge go up 3-1. Calhira now to Hanks. It's a 2v1. And played a bit late. Hanks still with the ball. Deflected out for a corner. That was Christos' first actual opportunity, and a good one at that. Hanks probably could have made his decision just a little bit quicker, but dwelling on the ball allowed for Lionsbridge to get back and defend, get numbers behind the ball, and that's why they have a corner. And Hanks plays it in. Keeper strongly clears to 16. And now they've got a counterattack. Here come Lionsbridge, but Morgan breaks it up. And Dixon misses the ball. Lionsbridge now have it. And again, it's good. At this point, they should maybe become football kickers. Anyways, we now have our scheduled water break. We'll see you guys in like 2 minutes to finish out the last 15 minutes of this half. And a sub now for Lionsbridge. I believe number 6 coming into the game, playing the number 6 position. Very fitting. As well as number 4. Looks like both midfielders have been switched. Ulrich now goes to Morgan. Ball played just a little short. And Okron chases for a Christos throw-in. Calhira plays it to Lionsbridge. And the Lionsbridge midfielder just kind of swung his leg at it. Wasn't really looking to find anyone from the looks of it, as it's now a Christos goal kick. Dixon now to Flynn, who looks to be playing right wing now. Back to 21 and recycled. And now with less than 15 minutes to go, Lionsbridge looking to see this game out. This is where good teams from great teams are shown. As Lionsbridge now with an opportunity to close this game out, can't find it. And good teams and great teams able to just manage the clock, be smart. As you can see here, go back to the keeper and just relax. Obviously trying to force Christos to overstep their boundaries a little bit to go and score as the ball played in Morgan's direction. Ulrich now collects. Ball now to Richardson, who plays it to Okron. To Okron. Now to Morgan. Richardson finds himself with plenty of space. Ball played to St. Martin. And Flynn making a run. It's a good ball. Goes out for a corner. And Christos need to make something happen here if they wish to still potentially have time to win this game. Ball played in and cleared. And Lionsbridge now not really committing any numbers forward. They have no need to, as now they're just trying to see this game out. Christos making 2 more substitutions. It looks like Hanks as well as Dixon are going to be coming off. Interesting decision by the Christos coaching staff. Morgan will now fill in at center back once again. Into the game for Christos. Number 11, Jameson Michael, or Michelle. I'll say Michael, it sounds more masculine, but Richardson now on the ball. Okron stands over the free kick. Ball played to no one from the looks of it, and it's cleared for a Christos throw-in. St. Martin now with the throw. Michael with the ball. Now to Michael. And I will be honest, it's a yellow card shown to the Lionsbridge defender. That one's a tough one to call. He did get the ball, but he came in from behind. Difficult one for the ref. Has to make his decision. Can't really argue with him. Regardless of the decision he makes, he's probably going to get yelled at. So it's probably best to call it in the more obvious favor. Christos now, though, with a good opportunity to potentially make something of this free kick. Also, Braden Wise is in the game as well. My apologies. for Christos. Ball played in, it's a good delivery. And St. Martin flicks it on just wide. 8 minutes left in this game. I'm pretty sure everyone is expecting Christos to start really piling on the pressure. Probably going to be taking more risks in regards to their numbers. Probably going to be sending more people forward in due time to try to find the equalizing goal. St. Martin now. Richardson to St. Martin. St. Martin plays it up top to Calhero. Makes nothing of it. Lionsbridge clear. And Morgan to Richardson, who is fouled. St. Martin stands over the free kick, opts to play Michael. Now to Ulrich, who plays Wise. Wise tries to keep it in, unable to. Lionsbridge throw in. And Lionsbridge now on the attack. Looking for a foul, didn't get one. Pretty clear dive. Can't blame the attacker though. Morgan now with the ball. Finds Michael. Who plays it to Okram. And Okran can't find anybody as Lionsbridge now once again on the attack, but Michael stops it, and Michael almost dispossessed, but Ulrich there to clean up the mistakes. Claims being made that it was a pass back. Ref waves it off. Michael with the ball now. Over to Wise. To Okran. And the ball, unsure what's being called at the moment. Looking like a free kick for Lionsbridge. Now Lionsbridge is taking their time, not committing too many people forward. There's no need for them. An insurance goal would be lovely, but they aren't in a hurry to find one. As Wise now wins Christos the throw-in. Colin now on the ball. Finds Michael. He's definitely been a bright spot in regards to the substitutions. Flynn now. To Michael. St. Martin to Calhero. Now to Flynn. Can't beat his man, goes out for a Christos throw-in. And in less than 5 minutes now, while everyone assumes Christos are going to really start to pile the numbers forward, it doesn't look like they're really aware of how much time they have left, as they're not really playing with much urgency at the moment. But we'll see. It does look like St. Martin does have a long throw. Do have to question how much time they're taking for this throw-in, though. Already been over 15 seconds. As the ball comes in now, Calhera. And the Lionsbridge keeper does a smart thing, collects and falls, wasting every second that he can. Good game management now as the ball's played. Morgan heads it down. Lionsbridge number 7. Ball played over top. Ulrich with a very unorthodox save still makes it work. Okron now on the ball. To Colin. To Okron. Long ball played over top to Laffey, who cannot get to it. Lionsbridge keeper collects. And now he relaxes. Now Lionsbridge throw in. Lionsbridge taking all the time they can. Ball thrown in. Ulrich now with the goal kick, and Lionsbridge with a sub. Again, great game management, as that will take plenty of time. Number 16, I believe that is, just taking his time to get off the field. Pretty sure this will be added back on in stoppage time. But nevertheless, it is very smart from Lionsbridge. And we're now at the last 2 minutes plus stoppage time in this game. Christos not really playing with a lot of urgency. Ball played over to Kalhira though. We can't get a clean touch. Lionsbridge now with the ball, and it looks like we're just playing a bunch of kickball at the moment. Okron with the ball, has to do something with it. And now it seems like the desperation starts to set in, as Christos is playing with they were playing with a bit more urgency. Not anymore. Now to Ulrich. To Okron. Ball played long to Laffey. Can Laffey do something with it? He tries. Ends up fouling. Lionsbridge with the free kick. Free kick taken. Sails over everybody's heads. And Ulrich plays Okron. Expected a punt. Christos still taking their time, considering they have less than a minute now, most likely. To Michael. Now to Richardson. Finds St. Martin. Tries to beat his man, but is dispossessed. And St. Martin fouls. Not a very smart decision. As Lionsbridge now have the ball. Free kick. Aren't expecting much more time in this game. Free kick taken. And it's out now. Christos playing with some urgency as St. Martin takes the throw. And 6 clears the ball to Ulrich. Okron now advancing the ball. Ball now to St. Martin. Numbers really starting to be piled forward now as Kalhira takes a long touch. And it's out of bounds for the Lionsbridge goal kick. Unsure how much added time the ref is choosing, but shouldn't be much longer here. Goal kick taken. Flicked on Morgan now. And Lionsbridge now just trying to do what they can as the ball is played in. This could be the, and it looked like the nail in the coffin, but Ulrich instead comes up big to keep Christos in this game. And here come Christos now. 4v5. Colin to Richardson. Now to St. Martin. The numbers are indeed forward now. Christos do understand the situation. Very little time remaining as the ball is whipped in. Colin jumps over everyone, but just cannot redirect the cross in the correct way. And the goalkeeper is going to take his time to retrieve the ball. So the 2 minutes are up. We are in stoppage time now. Now it's up to the ref's discretion when this game ends. A little over 30 seconds into stoppage time. Expecting maybe a minute or two. Regardless, I don't know how long the players know. We don't know. But regardless, Christos are going to be fighting to try to score very late as the ball is now thrown into Okron. Numbers flying forward for Christos. The Lionsbridge flags are waving. Wise now with the ball to St. Martin. Now to Richardson. Morgan. Okron. Colin. Colin falls and it's a free kick. And last time out here at Plaviac Field, a free kick was scored by Christos to draw level 1-1 against a team from Virginia. This is not necessarily out of shooting range, but not really in a position I'd vote to shoot. Just under 25 yards out. If Richardson does opt to shoot, it's got to be with pace, it's got to be with power, but based on the run-up, it's looking like he's just going to float this in. All numbers except for Colin committed forward. Well, and Ulrich. Can Christos capitalize? Ball played in. It's a good ball. Cleared. But Flynn here. Volley. It's good again. That's got to be the fourth free kick made. Field goal made as the game ends 2-1. Lionsbridge continue their lovely run of form, keeping them atop Chesapeake Division. Christos at the moment still in fifth. A devastating result, but that marks the halfway point in each of the team's season. Thank you so much for joining us here at Watch It Sports. Tune in next time, I believe June 12th, where we will be broadcasting a doubleheader, starting with the women's game at 3, followed by the men's at 6. I'm Elan, and have a good day.